The Clorox Car Pack for when you want to run racers off the road in Forza, but you have to pick the kids up from soccer practice by 6. When deciding what to put in a car pack, I realized that the decision-making powers that be at turn 10 are either arrogantly stupid,
I was born a poor black child,
or incredibly genius once the light came onto my head as to why they do it. And I bet you want to know too. But before we get into that, some help from your end would be greatly appreciated, and nothing helps out more than when you click that subscribe button and the bell icon to notification squad up. Wow, I barely got that one out.
Timmy! Timmy! Timmy? Timmy!
And if you like the episode, make sure to give it the thumbs up and share it with your friends on the interweb so they can subscribe as well. Want the latest news on Forza, organized race series, and what the cruisers are doing? Join the Cruisers Gaming Facebook page and become an honorary member. All this are just a couple clicks away. Right. A while back, I was discussing the state of car culture with Shadowhunter, and the light dawned on me as to why we got all those SUVs in the car packs. Yes, I know, I'm a little late to the party with the car packs being over for FM7, but it wasn't until after the July car pack for FM7 I realized this. And that's, cars are dying. In the early 1990s, SUVs and trucks really started to gain in popularity. The SUV explosion was so big that by 2000, the big car review magazines like Motor Trend and Road and Track had just begun to dedicate up to 40% of their monthly issues to SUVs. Now, fast forward nearly 2 decades later, and companies like Ford are killing off all their cars sans the Mustang and the Focus, and going with SUV, crossover, and truck sales. Now, think about that. That's 20 years plus of car enthusiasts growing up in a truck and SUV world. While they may love a 69 Dodge Charger, they would be lucky enough to catch a look at one at a car show, whereas the SUVs and trucks are all around them. It's familiarity, and Turn 10 is dealing it in spades. In an effort to continuously reach a younger audience, Turn 10 has started to throw in these trucks and SUVs, because with the death of the car seemingly looming on the horizon, trucks and SUVs are most of what young people see. That young audience is imperative to Forza Motorsport future, because if you haven't noticed, the Motorsport series isn't doing so hot. The franchise is over a decade old, and the players of the first 4 installments or so, well, the majority of them, have moved on. This is evidenced in the lack of DLC made available for FM7. Sales were so poor that the game didn't even warrant an expansion, or even car packs to go on as long as normal. The SUVs are Turn 10's attempt to appease to a younger audience, so they will return to buy future installments of the Motorsport series. No other YouTuber, or possibly player for that matter, were more against all these trucks and SUVs than yours truly. Remember, I live real-life racing, be it fender-to-fender club racing where I won my first championship, or just a fun PDX day with my friends. And at these events, this is where trucks and SUVs have one job, and that's typically to get the car back and forth to the racetrack. Unless you're like me and have a competition license, these PDXs won't even allow a top-heavy vehicle out on the track. And even if they do, maybe they're hungry for money, they seriously frown upon it. Sure, you can take the family crossover out and throw it around an autocross track. But, honestly, circuit racers don't have a whole lot of respect for cone killers. The real-life applications of trucks and SUVs on a circuit track are minimal to none. I'm well aware of this, so of course I badmouth the SUVs in previous episodes. Much to my dismay, many of my subscribers strongly disagreed. I thought a lot of the commenters had done lost their minds when I got comments like, I love that they're adding trucks. I would love for them to add a 3/4 ton Dodge Cummins into the game and make it so I can throw a bigger turbo on it and put like 90 pounds of boost. Oh, what's that got to do with circuit racing? At the time of reading that comment, I just didn't get it. But I do now. My younger viewers have probably never enjoyed a good project car, what with their constant overexposure to crossovers, SUVs, and trucks. I mean, when the hell did this become cooler than this? The answer is when cars disappeared from the American landscape. All in all, what hasn't changed is my distaste for these vehicles in the motorsports series. The space they take up in both rendering and computer power could easily give us the cars that we really want. What has changed, however, is my understanding of why Turn 10 has done it. As I mentioned before, it's imperative right now that Turn 10 reach a younger audience to ensure the future of motorsport, even if 90% of these vehicles are banned from public opera use. Now come on, Turn 10, spare putting just one of these trucks in, and in its place, give me an 88 or 89 Chevrolet Beretta GTU for a longtime Forza player. That doesn't give a shit about SUVs, by the way. Hot Forza tip. I know, I need to do these more often. But, here we go. We all know that FM7 has about a 900 car limit in your garage. Though with this little trick, you can have more. Why you need more than 900 cars is beyond me, figuring there's only like, 750, so you're going to have duplicates. Okay, anyway, there's people that want to know this. So, you can auction off 24 or 25 cars or so at a time. Go to the auction house and list some of your unpopular cars. Put ridiculous prices on them so they don't sell. This actually takes the car out of the garage, leaving 24 more spots for more cars. So you can go buy more cars. When the auction is over, do not collect your unsold car. They just kind of go into a storage that way. You're welcome. This week's subscriber shout out goes out to ZZ Turbo ZZ7. Turbo is not only a fan of the channel here on YouTube, but is a fan of the Twitch channel as well, and even drops by the Twitch on the regular to talk cars and Forza with us cruisers. Which, I really enjoy talking to you guys on Twitch. After the recent hiatus, he was one of the first to watch the returning vid and enthusiastically comment on it. And more interaction with you guys through the comments on here and the chat stream on Twitch is what I crave. Thanks for watching, my friend, and thanks for your strong support of both channels. And as always, thank the rest of you as well that like, share, and subscribe to support the best kept secret channel Forza has to offer. And remember, friends, they're the family you get to choose. I'll see you next week, fellow cruisers.